Hello Reefers, I am Jeremy Wade and I am your Canadian Reef Master. If you're new to my channel, I'm a biologist and an advanced reefer who has a great passion for sharing my understanding of coral reef ecosystems and coral reef aquariums with others. Now, if these topics interest you, hit the subscription button and the notification button so you know when I post new videos. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on each of the videos that I post. Now today, we're going to have a look at coral nutrition. We're going to have a look at how I feed my coral in my Red Sea Reefer 250 and my 10-gallon budget Nano Reef tank. We're going to have a look at some amazing hyperlapse videos of the coral feeding as I speed up time from hours to mere seconds. These coral have absolutely fabulous feeding displays, and if you watch long enough, you will be quite amazed at what they are capable of. As we take a look at some of the hyperlapse videos of my coral feeding, we're going to discuss the methods I use to feed the coral and what I feed the coral. Let's take a look. The vast amount of energy that a coral receives comes from our lights, in my case the Radion XR15 Pros. However, many biomolecules are very difficult to synthesize, therefore regular feeding very much benefits the coral. This is a selection of supplemental nutrients and foods that I feed my coral and fish. I broadcast feed mysis shrimp 5 to 7 days a week for my fish. This benefits many LPS coral that capture some of the food. Live phytoplankton is nutritionally diverse and is rich in omega fatty acids. I broadcast feed live phyto twice a week. It is beneficial to clams, scallops, SPS, and feather dusters. Food preparations such as Vitalis LPS coral pellets are now widely available. They are high in protein and easy to feed LPS coral. The food may also be softened and spot fed using a pipette to different corals with smaller polyps. Of course, I use the ever so popular Polyp Labs Reefroids, the naturally occurring blend of marine phytoplanktons that is very high in nutrients for your gonoporas, mushrooms, zoanthids, and SPS corals. I use Reefroids once a week, about half a teaspoon for my Red Sea Reefer 250, as I find that if I use it more often, it will pollute my water. I will mix it into a slurry and spot feed coral using a pipette. One of the most important nutritional additives is amino acids. I use the Red Sea AB+. I dose 2 to 3 mils 2 to 3 times a week during the daytime photo period. This is important to do so as this is the period in which the coral are able to utilize this additive through metabolic and photosynthetic processes. The yellow fluorescence the Red Sea AB+ gives off under UV light is vitamin B12, also known as riboflavin. When I feed my coral, I often prepare a slurry of the different food preparations that I have. I will either use the technique of broadcast feeding or spot feeding with this preparation. The amount of each nutritional component that you use will be determined by your tank's needs. Once or twice a week into my krill, I will add 1 ml of Celcon concentrate. This nutritional supplement contains highly unsaturated fatty acids, marine lipids, DHA, EPA, as well as a number of vitamins. By soaking the mysis shrimp in the silicon for 7 to 8 minutes, it becomes highly enriched for both the coral and the fish that eat it. Small particles and live phytoplankton are captured directly by small polyps, or the mucus that coral may produce. This mucus is pulled in by the coral's mouth and digested by the coral. Coral also will absorb nutrients such as amino acids and fatty acids directly through their membranes. Now, I feed mysis 5 to 7 days a week as a base nutritional supplement. Other nutritional supplements may be added to the mysis shrimp based on the frequency of which I use them. Polyp Labs Reefroids is a very popular product in North America. Reefroids is an extremely powerful nutritional supplement. However, I am careful when I am using this product, as if I overuse it, which sometimes I do because I like to watch the coral feeding displays that they put out when I feed it, I may cause a bit of an overpollution of the water and cause some nitrate and phosphate spikes, so I have to really watch this. If you are using nutritional supplements such as Reefroids for the first time, I recommend using a fourth the dose just to see how your tank responds to this nutritional supplement. You can then increase or decrease the amount of this that you use based on how your tank responds. I use a 60 ml syringe to broadcast feed my tank. This method of broadcast feeding allows food to be distributed evenly throughout the tank, as well as allows the fish to eat some of the mysis. I will also use the method of spot feeding for some coral, allowing them to have some mysis directly to each polyp. It is important to note that many coral are able to share nutrients throughout their tissues, therefore each polyp does not necessarily need to be fed. When spot feeding, I will alternate through which coral and which polyps that I feed. I try to give the coral 2 to 3 days between spot feedings if I am targeting that polyp regularly. Corals such as this plate coral capture mysis regularly as I broadcast feed. This Homophilia bowerbanki has a beautiful polyp extension, and I feed it prepared LPS pellet food on a regular basis. The Recordia yuma is one of my favorite creatures to watch. It captures mysis shrimp either when I broadcast feed or sometimes spot feed. I like to watch the mysis shrimp get consumed and see their eyes disappear into the oral cavity. It is important to also remember that some coral may also have a taste for a specific type of food. They may not all like mysis shrimp or the prepared pellet foods that may be available. You may have to get a little bit creative in seeing which coral does best with which type of food. Up to 60% of your coral's nutritional needs are met through photosynthesis by symbiotic algae. However, many essential amino acids and fatty acids are not able to be synthesized by the coral itself. Therefore, coral nutrition becomes very important to meet their biochemical demands and keep your coral healthy. I hope you've enjoyed this video on how I feed my coral in my coral reef aquarium. You can talk to your local reef shop about some prepared foods that might help your coral meet their nutritional needs and make them look absolutely spectacular. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscription button and the notification so you know when I post videos. Have a great one, everybody, and don't forget to hit the like button down there and maybe send me a comment. Take care and make sure you spend some time around a reef.